There is a fleeting moment every morning where you wake up with a spark. It's a burst of raw potential. In that split second, you feel like you could conquer your goals, reclaim your schedule, and finally rise above the distractions that held you down yesterday. But then the ritual begins. You reach for your phone, you scroll, you compare, you consume, and within seconds, that spark turns into smoke. Suddenly, your mind is no longer your own. The Stoics warned us about this thousands of years ago. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. When left untrained, the mind becomes a factory for fear and insecurity. Your focus fragments into a dozen different directions, your anxiety spikes, and your confidence collapses before you've even stepped out of bed. Understand this: you are not weak, you are under attack. Every toxic thought, every intrusive fear, and every mental spiral is stealing a piece of the future you are supposed to be building. But that ends today. We are going to apply 7 Stoic strategies to detox your mind, tactics used by emperors and philosophers to maintain composure while the world burned around them. But before we begin, subscribe, like the video, and check out the Daily Stoic Discipline Journal to build your mindset in 10 minutes a day. Now, let's begin. 1. Identify the first virus, your inner narrator. There's a voice in your mind that never shuts up. The one that exaggerates your problems, the one that tells you you're not enough, the one that replays every embarrassment like a film on loop. This is the first virus, your inner narrator. It pretends to protect you, but it feeds you fear. It pushes you away from growth, not toward it. You are not born with this voice. It's a recording, a blend of criticism from your past, insecurities from your environment, and fears you never asked for. The first detox begins with distance. Watch your thoughts like clouds passing overhead. Separate you from the voice inside your mind. Because once you can observe it instead of obey it, its power fades. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently hold in thought. So hold better thoughts. You are not what you think. You are what you choose to believe." 2. Remove the noise. Digital overstimulation is poison. Your brain was not evolved to process the tragedy of the entire world, the curated perfection of strangers, and flashing advertisements all at once. The modern digital landscape is hijacking your ability to focus. Every swipe trains your neural pathways to crave novelty instead of depth. You think you lack motivation or discipline, but the truth is simpler. You lack mental silence. A Stoic detox doesn't demand that you live like a monk in a cave, but it demands that you set boundaries for your own sanity. You must ruthlessly cut the noise. This means no screens during the first hour of the day and no digital pacifiers when you feel insecure. You are currently overdosing on other people's lives. When you remove the constant input, you might feel withdrawal, but then you will feel clarity. Your focus sharpens, your goals return to the foreground. Power psychology is a simple equation. If you control your consumption, you control your perception. And if you control your perception, you control your reality. 3. Replace rumination with kinetic energy. The mind spirals because the body is stagnant. Energy without direction becomes chaos. Anxiety is rarely just a mental issue. It is a physical state. Your heart pounds, your adrenaline spikes, and your body prepares for a battle that never comes. So that energy turns inward and attacks your own thoughts. Rumination is the prison. Movement is the escape key. When the pressure rose, Marcus Aurelius didn't sit and stew in his tent. He marched, he trained, he moved. Warriors do not sit still when fear shows up. They act. You need to replace the habit of overthinking with the habit of moving. You don't need a complex gym routine to fix a panic spiral. You just need momentum. Walk, run, lift, or breathe, but do not remain frozen. Command your body to lead, and your mind will have no choice but to follow. Every physical rep is a vote for discipline. Every step forward is a step out of the chaos. 4. Break emotional addiction. Starve the beast. Most men do not realize that they are addicted to their own suffering. Anger releases dopamine. Drama guarantees attention. Victimhood offers sympathy. These emotions feel terrible, but they also feel familiar, and the human brain loves familiarity. The Stoics understood that emotions are habits. The more you rehearse a reaction, the more automatic it becomes. The detox requires you to starve the emotions that weaken you. When you feel the urge to spiral into jealousy or rage, you must refuse to feed it with action. Do not send that text. Do not check that profile. Do not replay that argument in the shower. You must interrupt the cycle with aggressive indifference. Replace the drama with silence and the fear with curiosity. It feels uncomfortable at first, like breaking a physical addiction, but it is necessary. The emotion you repeat is the emotion you will default to. Choose what you want to feel and starve the rest. 5. Limit the invisible enemies. Environment shapes thought. Your environment is not a neutral backdrop. It is an active force shaping your psychology. Clutter creates mental pressure. Constant noise creates background anxiety. Toxic people plant seeds of doubt that grow into forests of fear. You might think your lack of focus is a personal character flaw, but often it is simply a reaction to a chaotic habitat. Seneca warned that the wise choose their company and their surroundings with extreme precision because atmosphere seeps into the soul. You cannot build an empire of the mind while sitting in a pigsty. Clean your space, organize your tools, distance yourself from those who drain your spirit. A powerful mind needs a fortress, not a circus. When you create an environment of order, focus feels natural. You are building a physical space that demands your best self to show up. 6. Convert fear into a compass. Every toxic thought and negative spiral is rooted in the same soil. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or the terrifying fear of finding out what you are actually capable of. Most people try to detox fear by avoiding it or burying it, but the Stoic approach is different. You detox fear by interrogating it. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? What is the worst-case scenario, really? Usually the monster in the shadows is just a shadow, but more importantly, fear is a compass. It indicates exactly where you need to grow. If you are afraid of speaking, that is where your power lies. If you are afraid of the work, that is where your success is hidden. Fear is not a stop sign, it is a blueprint. The Stoics didn't want you to be fearless, they wanted you to be brave. Use the fear as fuel. It points toward the battles you must fight to become the man you were born to be. 7. The final reset, the point of impact. The human mind loves to live in two places, the graveyard of the past or the fantasy of the future. It dwells on yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's catastrophes, but life only exists in one place, the immediate present. You cannot act yesterday, you cannot act tomorrow. Your power exists in the now and nowhere else. The ultimate detox is the practice of aggressive presence. Every time your thoughts drift into regret or anxiety, snap them back to the point of impact. What is in your control right now? What is the next small move? This is what the moderns call flow and the ancients called reason. Focus is not a gift you are born with. It is a decision you make moment by moment. You build the future you want by dominating the present moment you are in. A toxic mind inevitably builds a toxic life. Your internal thoughts shape your external reality. Every time you choose awareness over impulse, every time you stop scrolling and start doing, and every time you reject the poison trying to enter your head, you are taking back your sovereignty. Control your inner world, and the outer world has no choice but to align. The world belongs to those who can keep a cool head, while everyone else is drowning in chaos. Do not wait for permission or the perfect time. Reclaim your discipline now. Your mind can either ruin your life or rebuild it. Rule your mind, or it will rule you.